Hey, cooking dry-aged grass-fed beef is a whole different ballgame. Here are a few tips to make sure you get the perfect cook out of every cut. First, remember that your dry-aged grass-fed beef cooks faster than what you might be accustomed to at the grocery store. This is because there's a lower moisture content from the dry aging, and the grass-fed beef is often a little less fatty than what you might get at the grocery store. So that leaner, drier meat can dry out more quickly if you cook it for the same amount of time. For any steaks or lean roast cuts, you're going to aim for medium rare to medium. A meat thermometer is always your friend in these cases, unless you're really good at the thumb test. Second, I highly recommend a method called dry brining. I do this for every cut of meat I cook. This is where you apply salt in advance of cooking, depending on the size of the meat, anywhere from 1 to even 24 hours. A good starting ratio would be a quarter teaspoon of table salt or a half a teaspoon of kosher salt per pound of pre-cooked meat. Apply it to the outside of the meat and let it sit in the fridge if it's a longer time. If it's only an hour before you cook your steak, leave it out on the counter. Now it's going to salt and it's going to come up to room temperature. That salt is going to penetrate into the meat. So now your seasoning is not just on the outside, but it's all throughout the meat. Finally, let the meat rest after cooking. We're talking at least 5 minutes, but up to 15 for a bigger roast. This gives time for all the juices that have been moving about during the cooking process to re-equalize across the meat so that when you cut into it, instead of all of the juices running out on your plate, they're going to be there in each bite. So you get tender, juicy bites on every cut. Follow these tips to get the most out of your dry-aged grass-fed beef. And follow us for more tips like this in future videos.